and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue.
Hey, first grade illustrators. Feeling very loungy right now, having a 1950s moment, if you know what I mean. Maybe you don't know what I mean, but I think your parents might just know what I'm alluding to. We've arrived, illustrators, at one of my favorite moments in the writing process. Pun intended. Yes, we are going to be working on our illustrations this week. So channel your inner artist and pull out your first draft and your Sharpie. You're going to need your Sharpie and your crayons. Yep. You need all of the above. And your pencil. And your pencil. Here we go. So get your first draft, and it would be really nice to look back at your postcard. And I want you to notice how hard you worked on your postcard illustration. Do you remember the process? Do you remember the first step? That's right. You used a pencil, and then what was your next step? Yep, you outlined with Sharpie, and then what was your final step? That's right, you colored in most of the empty spaces with crayon. You're going to repeat the same process with your other two illustrations. So in any order will do. Just a helpful hint, you should get a piece of paper from the recycling and put it underneath the illustration you are working on, because otherwise a Sharpie will bleed through. So I have my illustration right here. You remember the story about Jasper on the roller coaster, and then you want to just go ahead and outline just like you have done before with Sharpie. Oopsie there. And you want to do all the outlining. I'm not going to bore you with all my outlining before you do all your coloring in. And we want to minimize the blank spaces. Are we clear? Because I had to remind some of you back when you did your postcards that you really want to try your best to fill up the page with color, unless, of course, you're in the snow or something. Yeah, look back. I think this is a really great example. Look at the illustrations in this book, right? Notice the details, and not just the writing, but in the illustrations. You can tell that everything is outlined in black, and then everything else is colored in, and there are literally there's no blank spaces here. It's all filled with beautiful illustrations. Now go off and do your best work, Bambini.